Okay, good morning, grade 5 pupils. Hope you are doing fine. I welcome to our lesson today. And our lesson today, I want us to revise the paper that we did last week. It was an evaluation test 2020, English Standard 5. I sent it on Thursday. A few were able to do. I marked for them and sent the result. So, today, I just want us to revise the same paper and see where we went wrong. For those who did the work, that's very good. Make sure you do the corrections. And those who did not do, or you did and you did not send for marking, you can also go through it again and see where you got it right or wrong. But if you had not sent your work, don't send it again because the time is up. I will only expect those who did the work maybe to send again for marking the correction. But if you totally didn't send, don't send your work because I will not mark it. English, the first part is the broken passage. And here you are first expected to read the whole broken passage before you start answering. A long time dash a hyena and an antelope became dash friends. In those days hyena had horns and dash jumped like antelopes and dash meat just like hyenas. The dash friends never left dash other. They hunted together. Dash. They dashed together and they got up at the same time. Dash when they killed dash animal for food. The hyena always ate much dash than he dashed, although the antelope did most of the dash. One day the hyena and the antelope dashed a dead elephant. The elephant had been dashed on the ground for 5 days and its flesh was rotten. So after reading there, now you go to your questions and start trying to fit the answers in A, B, C, D and take the most appropriate answer. A long time dash, we say a long time ago. A long time ago. So our answer is B, a long time ago. A hyena and an elephant became dash friends. Became great friends. Became great friends. That is A. I can see also B is also great, so the answer can be A or B. They became great friends. In those days, hyena had horns and dash jump like an antelope. In those days, hyena had horns and dash should, would, could, might, could jump, could see, and could jump like antelopes, and dash meat just like hyena, like jump like antelopes, and number 4, and ate the past tense of eat, and ate meat just like hyena. 8D. The dash friends. Number 5. The two friends. B. The two friends never left each other. Never left each other. They hunted together. Dash. They hunted together. They hunted together. Dash. Comma. You put a comma. That is C. They dashed together. They slept together. A. They slept together. And they got up at the same time. They got up at the same time. Dash when they killed, and A. And when they killed a dash animal, when they killed an animal. Number 10, an animal. For food, the hyena always ate much dash much more. Ate much more. Much ate much more. One day, the hyena and the antelope dash a dead elephant. And number 14. Sorry, we have skipped some question. I'm sorry. Ate much more. We are number 11. Than he. Sorry, we are back. Number 12. Than he dash. Than he chase. Than he chased. Than chasing. Than chases. Than he chased. B. Although the antelope did most of the work. Antelope did most of the work. Number 13. B. One day, the hyena and the antelope dash a dead elephant. One day, hyena and antelope found a dead elephant. Found. The elephant had been dashed on the ground, had been laying on the ground for 5 days, and its flesh was rotten. So that is the broken passage. I found it was very difficult for most of you. I think by now you can be able to go through the work again, the video, watch and listen carefully, do the correction. The second part, that is choose the best alternative to complete the following sentence. The teacher asked the pupils to dash their hand. The teacher asked the pupils to raise their hands. The teacher asked the pupils to raise their hands. The librarian said that there weren't enough dictionaries. The librarian said that there weren't enough dictionaries. Were there? Aren't there? Is it? Is it? Weren't there? So the question tag there must be positive. That is, were there? I asked him for some milk, but he hadn't. I asked him for some milk, but he hadn't any. Not many, some, nothing, but he had not any. The rain had dashed to fall before we left. The rain had begun. See, the rain had begun to fall before we left. See. The poor man is suffering dash malaria. The poor man is suffering from. The poor man is suffering from malaria. Choose the correct sentence of the choose the correct past tense of the underlined word. Mr. Otudu put the dirty clothes away. So put just remain put. The correct past tense will be put. See, no change. Karani buys sugar from the far end shop. Buys, bought. Karani bought sugar from the far end. The past tense of buy is bought. Change into passive voice. He drew a nice picture. He is drawing a nice picture. No. A nice picture is being drawn. A nice picture was drawn. A nice picture is drawn. He drew a nice picture. A nice picture was drawn. Peter is feeding cows. Peter is feeding cows. The cows are being fed. The cows are being fed. The cows were being fed. The cows were fed. The cows were being fed. We say Peter is feeding the cows. The cows were being fed. In a passive voice, you just don't mention the one who is doing the action. Choose the words that are the opposite of the underlined one. The gentleman has a good car. The lady. The opposite of gentleman is lady. We say the lady has a good car. She was punished. She was punished. The opposite of punished, rewarded. Rewarded. She was rewarded. The room was vacant. The opposite of vacant is occupied. Occupied. The room was occupied. 28 to 29, for question 28 to 30, sorry, choose the best answer. Mary is dash tired dash carry her bag. Mary is too tired to carry her bag. Mary is too tired to carry her bag. Choice A. Mr. Wangula has taught mathematics dash 2017. Mr. Wangula has taught mathematics since 2017. Since 2017. As the boy was crossing the road, he was dashed by a speeding car. As the boy was crossing the road, he was knocked down. You don't say kicked. You don't say hit down. You don't say beaten. So the answer there, as the boy was crossing the road, he was knocked down by a speeding car. So we've come to an end of our lesson today. I hope that I've explained it very well. But if you have a question or there is an area again you have a problem, you are free to ask. My number is there. You have it. So make sure for those who did the work, do the corrections. And those who did not do and send the work for marking, you can also as well as go through the work again and see where you went wrong or where you got it right. I wish you all the best and may God bless you all. See you next time.